Latest on Tropical Storm Jongdari, which is moving towards the northeast slowly but surely. It's at 21.9 degrees north, 137.1 degrees east in the western Pacific, edging ever nearer to the Ogasawara chain of islands of Japan. At 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time, July 25th, it had winds of 60 miles per hour and a pressure of 990 millibars, so somewhat intensifying. No warnings in effect at this time, but this is what we expect over the next few days. The storm passing very close to Iwajima, moving just east of the Ogasawara Islands and then off towards the north, curving back on itself almost towards Japan, making landfall. It could do that at typhoon intensity, and it could be anywhere from Tokyo to Sendai. Here's a graphical depiction of where the storm is located right now. It's a CDPS Stage 2. The wind field is not particularly large at this time, although it could increase over the next few days. Stage 2 for moderate damage, quite possible. No warnings, as stated, are in effect at this point, but you can see where it is in relation to all of those islands around its proximity, but still some distance from any of them. This is then what we expect over the next few days as we enter the later part of this week into the weekend, and then early on next week. You can just about see the storm entering the picture near the bottom right hand side. There it is, moving off towards the northeast, rounding the curve there, then towards the north, then towards the northwest, and then by early next week, as it wraps around another low pressure system to the south by this point, you can see it then going on to affect Japan Monday or Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday, with a significant landfall possible on the cards. We'll check the models for divergent opinions on just about where it will make landfall, if indeed it does. Sea surface temperatures right now fairly warm, very warm in fact, 29 or 30 degrees, although it will be entering a cooler pool off towards the northeast, especially in the shadow of Wukong. However, the HWRF at least still thinks it will get to Category 4 status, GFS calling for Category 2, the other models not so keen, CTCX most notably now only calling for just about a Category 1. It previously called for a much stronger storm. Wind shear is going to be low for quite some time. Sea surface temperatures, GFS thinks it will enter warmer sea surface temperatures before cooler ones, and you can see the track forecast there, including the CTCX there, calling for it to go back into the West Pacific after striking Japan, so that's interesting news indeed. Doubt that's going to happen. This is how the storm has been looking in recent hours. Those are the last frames of the visible earlier. This is the water vapor imagery now. You can see the core of the storm establishing itself perhaps, and maybe an eye wall structure is well on the way. Obviously these infrared views of the satellite imagery can't tell us every single part of the picture, but it isn't looking too bad on the microwave imagery as well, I can tell you, and we could be looking at a typhoon with an eye by tomorrow. We'll wait and see on that one. It may or may not happen. Stay tuned. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com with the latest information. You can also find our YouTube page if you're not there already, subscribe if you haven't. We're also on Facebook, search Force 13, and you can also find our Twitter page at Force 13 if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. There's more information at patreon.com/Force13 in how you can help us and how we give back, with a big thanks to Tropical Storm Chapstack for their recent contribution, along with the many others who have already done so as well. We thank everyone for that, and hopefully the results will show and are showing. You can also follow Force 13 on Skype, you can talk to me there, and my personal account on Discord, Fool13 at extension 9094.